a day and age, you're still struggling to make puff puff. When Fola is there, hey, no way. Hi everyone, welcome back to Fola's Kitchen. It's so good to have you here. I hope you've been trying all the food videos I've been posting. I hope you've been recreating and you've been trying them. Please do try, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy. And today I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite recipes with you all, and that is the banana puff puff recipe. People have been asking me for this recipe, so no more gatekeeping. I'm going to show you. So the first thing you need is flour. I've used this one already. It's just like, yeah. So you need a self-raising flour. You need your yeast. Look at it. Dry, active yeast. Very, very important. You need salt because you need a pinch of salt. You need nutmeg. It's optional, but I like to put in my own puff puff. Sugar, of course. You need sugar. Vanilla extract. Again, oil for frying. I use olive oil. And you need your banana. Anyone, either the overripe one, either the moderately ripe one, but a ripe banana is fine. Mine is overripe, but I like it like that because it's sweeter. And then the Yoruba girl in me will not let me rest if I had not had some pepper. So that's blended pepper. You can use a cayenne pepper. It's also hot, so just a bit of pepper, you know, to give it the extra spiciness. And that's all you need basically. So I've got my mixing bowl here. I'm going to be peeling the banana into this bowl. I'm going to be using like 2 or 3. So depending on what you want, I would advise you use like 2 or 3. Rinse your banana. Rinse. It's very important to rinse these things. I'm going to be cutting the banana and adding it to my bowl, to my mixing bowl, because I have to mash the banana. I'll show you when I'm done. So now I have my bananas. The next thing to do is mash. Look at that. This kind of consistency, can you see? Yeah. So this is what it looks like. This consistency is perfect. The next thing to do is to add your self-raising flour. But to give you a perfect consistency, I always like to sieve it. So take your sieve, put it on top of the bowl. Put it on top of the bowl like that. Usually I don't use measuring cup. I'm going to use it because of the people that need the right measurement. So if you look on the side of the measuring cup, it says 1 cup. That's 250 ml. So this is the first cup. I pour it into the sieve. Yeah. This is another cup going into the sieve. Can you see? And then sieve again. You wouldn't necessarily get lumps in the flour, but I like to sieve my flour because it makes it very fine. Look at what it looks like. Very smooth, very fine. And I'm going to add all of my dry ingredients. The next thing I'm going to add is my yeast. Don't forget, I'm using this dried active yeast, and it's Allison's. Still using my sieve. Leave it on top of the bowl. I'm going to get my spoon, and I'm going to be using a teaspoon. Yeah, so I'm going to take 1 teaspoon, 1 full teaspoon, teaspoonful. Yeah, and then I'll add now. The next thing I'm going to add is my nutmeg. Not a tablespoon, this is a teaspoon, so half of a teaspoon. Now for the sugar, I'm going to be using this half cup. This half cup. The one we use for the flour is 1 cup. That's 250 ml, right? What I'm using for the sugar is 125 ml, half cup. So one of these is enough. So half cup of sugar but leveled. I'm going to add it also to my sieve because I want everything to look smooth. Now the next thing I'm adding is my salt. Guys, just a touch like that. very small salt. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is my pepper. Totally optional, you don't have to have it. It's because I'm a Yoruba girl and I love to get that, spiciness a little bit for my puff puff. So 1 teaspoon leveled. Alright, I'm also going to add it to my sieve. Now we've added all our dry ingredients. That's amazing, isn't it? So the next thing that I'm going to be adding is my wet ingredient. So guys, I have my warm water here. Warm water because I want it to rise fast. Depending on how you want to mix it, you can either use your spatula to mix or your hand. I'm good with my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and use my hands. I'll remove my ring and I'll wash my hands. So make sure your hands are clean. So mix, and then your hands are clean. I'm ready. Use my measuring cup. This is 1. Right. Mix. What it looks like. Look at the butter. I'll show you how thick the butter is. Look at that. Let's taste your butter if you want to see if the salt, the sugar is enough. Okay? That's perfect. That's like a perfect butter. Oh my god. It's really good. I'm going to wash my hands just a little bit. And not just a tiny drop. So I'm going to use my spatula. Spatula. Look at that. Do you see? So cover it with your cling film. Cover. So I just use my cling film. I place it around it. I cover it as tightly as possible. Look at that. So you have on the how cover another napkin just to seal in the warmth so your butter can rise well. So now it's ready for the oven. It doesn't have to be oven, it can be anywhere that you think would be warm enough. Just give it that warmth for it to rise. Okay, so let's wait and see. So guys, it's been a while. Are you ready? Guys, look at that. Mix it together so as to remove the air. I'm trying to remove the air. I've added oil to the pan. You need to deep fry your puff puff, so I put a lot of oil in a pot. Okay, so this is just a test, just to see if the oil is hot enough, and it looks like yes, it is hot enough. I use this chopstick. It's a chopstick, so I just use it to turn it. Put your hand in your water. Okay, then put your hand inside your batter and do it this way. You form it into a ball. You see, and then you drop it in your oil, and then you repeat. Do it again. You see, drop it as nicely as possible. Repeat the process. And make sure you turn it to the right direction. Your golden brown puff-puff is ready. I see the banana strand on it.
Everything on hand is very, very delicious. Your puff-puff very 100 now. No.
Alright.
Alpha. Okay, bring plate.
Okay. Tastiest banana puff-puff ever. Try it and thank me later. I can guarantee that if you try this recipe exactly the way I have asked you to, follow the ingredients, the measurements, you would achieve this and you will no longer have issues with puff-puff. Try it the first time, try it the second time. It gets better with time, okay? If you try the first time, it didn't work, give yourself some grace, okay? It takes a while. Try the second time. Use the exact measurement. You'll be fine. I guarantee you will be fine. Thank you so much for watching. This is Fola's Kitchen again, and see you in my next video. I love you all. God bless you.